away we go. So here we are in Siberia. Lovely animated map. I love Indiana Jones. And this is on Japan's ceiling, Gainer's room. Look at his fucking room. Gainer, you messy boy. And here he is talking to Cynthia, who we know is the girl we fought last time. But Gainer's just told her about his trip, and now he's like, yeah, I went on a trip and it was actually an exodus. Sorry that I didn't tell you. But there was a big mess at Katez, so he couldn't meet up with her. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll have other chances to go on that date. And she asks if, yeah, and then he says, will you be coming to meet up with me? And she's like, if I can. And then he says he's going to be staying where he is right now. Like while the exodus is done, he's going to sit here. Oh no, okay, so he asks her that. He's like, so now the exodus is done, is you going to be staying there? And he says, not quite, I'm going to go on my own exodus. And Cynthia's like, wow, I like the sight of that, sound of that. And then Adet from outside is yelling, yo, Gainer, get off the internet. We're leaving soon, idiot. He's like, yeah. And Cynthia's like, oh, I heard that woman's voice. You living with somebody? And Gainer's like, what? But, what? No? And he's like, don't worry about it, King. Have a safe trip. And Gainer's like, thanks, Cynthia. Hope we'll meet again soon. But not too soon after the last stage, jeez. Okay, so we're going to go to Japan. And Arthur is like, well, we've been in Galia for 2 weeks, and now we're finally going to be able to get started on completing the orders Durandal gave us. Brilliant. And Talia says that she knows with Orb and the Federation joining together that they have to secure Japan's cooperation. And Torres, on the Agama here, says that if we can get Japan's help, then our team will be the strongest fighting force around. And Bright's not so sure about that, because unlike the AUG, the other people haven't really endorsed Zaft so much. And while we may look like a proper fighting force, our overall objectives are still like pretty varied. Like some people want to do like one thing, the Gecko State want to do another, the King Beale mostly just wants to stop the aliens. And those objectives, we might end up having a conflict of interests and splitting up. And here's Hanae and Jinstad, and they're eager to get going. They're worried about their home, but Kape's dad suggests that we shouldn't rush this because it's unlikely things will be the same in this Japan as how they were back when they lived there. But this is the country they were born in. Times can't help but think about it. And Ichitaro, his other son, Kape's brother, his older brother, is like, it's a weird feeling to think that our nation is now a sandwich between the Federation and the plants. But Hanae is fine with whichever side as long as they get back to their peaceful lives. And Hazemon, the big angry Santa, thinks having more allies will certainly help against the Gaizok and all the others' threats. And he wonders if acting together with Zaft is the best choice. But Talo's excited to be heading for Japan because it's the land of sushi, sukiyaki, and geisha. But Holland tells her, he's like, no, we ain't doing none of that. It's not a leisure trip. You ain't going to see none of it. No fun allowed. So she says, well, what are we going to be doing then? Unlike the Zaft and the AUG people, we're going to, like, we don't even have anything to do in Japan. And Holland's like, I don't know. And then internally he's like, is this the right thing to do? Do I have the time to be dragged around by these idiots? And Jamil doesn't, it's like, so Sarah asked Jamil what he's thinking. And he doesn't know when the Federation will try coming after Tifa again, or what they're planning on doing with new types. in the first place, and depending what plant does, they might even become enemies. He doesn't tell her that. He's just like thinking about it. Yeah, no fun allowed when Holland's around, unless it's beating up Renton, because I'm sure he enjoys it. Codicet is also like, I'm not so happy about working with Zaft. But Elchi says, you don't really have another option, they're wanted by the Federation. Best to hang out with a powerful enemy to keep himself safe. And Gwen sees that despite all that's happened, the Iron Gear took an anti-Federation standpoint in the end. And if things go on like this, he could play a central position in the anti-Federation resistance. And then he's like, and then he does his evil grin. He's like, and if I can control these guys, I'll be able to get Inglaser back. Shia and Mimsy also know that if they hang around as Zuth, then the children won't attack as easily. And that allows them to get Kay to Iman. And Mum's like, what are you whispering about, you two? And Shia's like, oh, nothing, Mum, don't worry about it. And then here's Jabby. And Jabby's like, the Japan Sealing folk came to say goodbye. How are you doing, Shia? How you doing? Fucking Jabby, look at him. I love his big stupid face and his big single nose hole. So the wise man, including Pug Dude. Fucking love Pug Dude. Gah. Yeah, thank us for our help. There's the other one. This is and Kona and Mamadou. Tell everyone to stay safe. And Tiptree is going to be staying at Japan Sealing and sees the light in Eureka's path. And Talia and Hazelon give the order to get the heck out. Zuth, we're all out. And our first stop will be the Saotomi Labs in Japan. So off we go. And Lyubov, this lady and Mamadou, like, wow, we haven't seen Anna in a while. That must mean she's goddamn tiny Russian Serevna stowaway. So here we are in Japan. Yeah, nothing bad has ever happened at Saotomi Labs. They're all, especially this one. Hey, Radagast, how you doing? Oh, get like this fancy chap with his fancy Christmas hat on. But here we are on board the Iron Gear, and here's Anna. Anna is the princess of Volgusk, and Siberia in general, sort of. And you're like, wow. He's like, Anna, what are you doing? He's like, well, I can't really go back after coming all the way here, right? And he's like, I may not be a hostage of the Exodus anymore, but Lyubov's staying with Mamadou, so there's no one to take me back to Volgusk anyway. Guess you're stuck with me, nerds. She does say she has her own reasons for following us, though, because she also wants to go on an Exodus for herself. And Gainer's not so sure. Chiru is like, you don't know shit about the hearts of girls, idiot. And then Anna's minx yell at him. And Duran is like, hey, helping our Exodus would be a way to pay her back for taking her hostage and getting her to pretend to be a hostage, even though she wasn't. No, this is gonna be a big real one today. The thing was cancelled due to family issues, unfortunately. So Gainer's like, oh, I don't think we can take no for an answer on this one, Gainer, because the princess is pretty serious. So nothing we say is going to change her mind. We'll keep her safe. And she's like, yep, I'm counting on you all, especially you, Gainer. He's like, sure thing, but try not to do anything dangerous and making my job hard. He's like, alright. And then Churu is like, hell yeah! Back at it again! Anna and Churu, the number one. And And he's like, hell yeah, my heart's racing. Finally, we're going to be going to the legendary land of Japan. And then Gain is like, Japan. Apollo told me that Japan is hell. And then King Gainer is Japan, because it's in the future. So, aboard the King Beale, Ryoma has just told everybody about how Musashi sacrificed himself to defeat the Dinosaur Empire. Where he went out in Getter Robo, tore open the chest, pulled out the goddamn reactor, and crushed it and killed himself. Just melted to get a radiation poisoning. But he killed them all, and that's why they had to build the new Getter. But he was a noble boy. His beautiful eyes. Yeah, to be fair, fuck dinosaurs. But yeah, they were fighting them the same time Duke Koji and the others got teleported away. When they were fighting the Vega Empire. Hayato tells him that in that battle the original Getter was defeated and they couldn't fight back. So Musashi staged a kamikaze raid on the main mobile forces and took it to him to the grave. And Koji's like, damn, I'm sorry, it wouldn't have happened if we were around. And then Ryoma's like, no, it's because we were powerless ourselves. Nothing to do with you that you died in the first place. Koji is then, wait, Tetsuya and the Great Mazinga were working with you guys. And Ryoma's like, yeah, he totally just disappeared. Just the break the world thing. And also maybe the old powerlessness they felt. But yeah, the break the world happened and they ended up in this multi-dimensional world, and Professor Saotome finished their new Getter after they got here. Benkei is their new teammate, and he's like, yeah, I heard a lot about you guys from Ryoma. He wasn't that interested in piloting at first, but now he's given it, he's got everything he's got as the team's greenhorn, and he's had a lot of work. But they swore a vow to Musashi that would move onwards, not get stuck on what happened. And Koji understands, despite how many things have changed. The fact is, this is the Earth that Musashi wanted to protect. And the Getter team's fighting to fulfill his wish. Musashi's such a good boy. And Kappei's like, wow, I guess we're not the well, internally he's like, I guess we're not the only ones bearing some sort of burden while fighting. And Hazelman comes over and is like, Ryoma, give us the report on what's going on in Japan. He's like, okay, right. So, the Break the World thing happened, you know that, you know all the organizations and nations together into the new federation, right? But, Japan was one of the original members. Gengoro, Kappei's dad, is like, hey, yeah, we don't think the world government thing is anything but appropriate after our nations were mixed together. And he says that, in fact, Zafta and AUG only want to take out the people that are trying to control that government. Like, everybody's happy with the idea, because it's the only way things can really work, but it's currently being misused. And he said, yeah, but the problem is, Japan's government one day just went, nah, actually, we're not doing it, we're independent, and then they declared martial law and closed their borders. And the hazy one's like, that sounds pretty anachronistic. What is it? 1920? And Ryoma's like, it is a legitimate way of protecting one's country. And the government's actions following that, though, were fucking wild. Couldn't explain them. They started hearing rumours of homeless people being rounded up and then never being heard from again. And then Kappa's like, whoa, Aki told me that sort of story. And then you combine that with the martial law and the isolationist policies, and the government's actions are real suspicious. Ryoma then says that to make things worse, an elusive new enemy has appeared, and it targets various energy facilities. Koji wonders if it's alright for the Getter team to be away from Saotome Labs with that sort of thing going on, but Ryoma's like, nah, don't worry about it, we've got people keeping it safe. Hazelon's asks if these new enemies are aliens, and Hayato says, all we were able to find out is the enemy's name. And Genko's saying that is, say, the Hyaki, the 100 Demon Empire. And here we are, at Mount Asama, the new Saotome Research Institute. And here's Professor Sao Tome. Look at him. Remember what he looks like. Someone should screenshot him so we can do a comparison between him now and when we get to Z2. Yeah, there's more than 100 demons, but the 100 Demon Empire is like, it's a thing. I'm scream slotting it. But to be fair, fuck dinosaurs. For real, fuck dinosaurs. Fuck them. But yeah, Sao Tome's not in a good mood, and he tells Roger to stop coming over if you... Like, stop coming over, I ain't gonna sell my lab no matter how much money you offer me. And Roger says he's here representing the Japanese government, and he figures there must be a misunderstanding. He's like, the government don't want to buy it, just acquire the rights to the Geta rays you're researching, while also allowing you to remain chief researcher and continuing your work. And Sao Tome says, no! Controlling the research is the same thing as buying the Geta rays. And he ain't budging. So Roger says, alright, we should stop discussing our different viewpoints and focus on one specific thing. The government have made it clear that while they're making a generous offer, they won't go any higher, and if you won't sell out, they'll confiscate the place in the name of national interest. And then Sao Tome's like, but that's no different to stealing it. What the hell happened to Japan after we became independent from the Federation? And Roger's just like, I've got no answer to that. I'm just a negotiator, so my job is to comply with my client's wishes. But, out of respect for Sao Tome's work, he'd hope to acquire it in an amicable way. But Sao Tome's like, no deal! So he tells him to get lost, not come back as long as his demands remain the same. And Roger is like, alright then, very well, I'll leave. For now. Off he goes. And now I've got to do loads of screenshots because we got friggin'... I got to deal with Genki, I got to deal with Michiru. All important people who then don't have good times. Actually, Genki has a wonderful time. Becomes a healthy baby boy. Sao Tome Z1. Michiru Z1. And there's the the old gangster. Love that Genki. So, the girl was Michiru, his elder daughter, and here's Genki, his son. And they're like, that dude came over again. But he knows you'd never sell your lab, Dad. And he's like, yep. But, Sao Tome did hear that the photon power and the space science labs were given similar requests. But Michiru knows that Professor Yumi and Dr. Umon refused them. But Sao Tome has to wonder what's going on with this damn country. And then, there's Dorothy and Roger. And, Dorothy asks if his negotiations failed again, and he says that Sao Tome is a formidable man, so for now, he's just waiting to see his next move. And then Dorothy, wonders if the client will be satisfied with this excuse, and then overcomes this one-eyed man, who is their client. He's like, Roger Smith, getting impatient with your inability to acquire the Sao Tome labs. And Roger's got his sunglasses on because he's outside, and, you know, you gotta look cool. And he says that Professor Saotome is a man brimming with a sense of scientific duty, and this negotiation has to proceed carefully. But the one-eyed man says that that's just an excuse for Roger screwing up. He should never deign to proclaim himself a skilled negotiator ever again. And he says if you can't beat Saotome by talking, then get the damn institute by other means. And then Roger's like, well, I didn't expect the government official to speak like that. He's like, Nani, what? And he says, not only that, I find it a little bit suspicious that the money that you had me offer Saotome was gathered by confiscating the property of Japanese people. And then the one-eyed man is like, are you turning on me? Are you turning on your client? He doesn't say anything. He's like, right there, that's it. Your services are no longer necessary if you're not going to act in my interests. And he's like, get out of here. And then he leaves. Roger does try so hard to be cool. It's fucking trash garbage, man. I love him. Dorothy is like, oh wow, nice work, getting fired again. After all the trouble we went through to get to Japan. He's like, I'm not accepting this result. And then he says, hey, you ever sneaking around? Get the hell out of here, come on, show yourself. And it's Apollo. I'm just like, haven't we met before? And Apollo's like, maybe, I mean, I've been all over the world. And then, so who the heck are you? So Roger then says he's Roger Smith, a negotiator. And Roger's like, I'm Apollo. What the heck's a negotiator? Doesn't sound like food. And then Roger says, any explanation I give would go over your head. And then Apollo makes this angry face, like, what? Don't speak to me like I'm an idiot. And he's like, well, I don't think someone who's frolicking around the science lab, running around barefoot, would be that smart. He's like, hey, it's part of Fudo's special training. And Roger is like, special training? You part of the Getter team? And he's like, no, I'm an element from Diva. I was like, Diva? Oh, we met in Siberia. It's the only thing that Roger negotiates. No, he negotiates. He negotiates Beck into being a good boy. He negotiates Wu Fei into being boss of a military lab that has him, Kiriko, and Ryoma there somehow, which I think isn't a successful negotiation. But Sylvia shows up and is like, there you are, Apollo, we've been looking for you. He's like, oh jeez, you're gonna drag me back to the friggin' special training. He's like, no, something terrible's happened, I gotta bring you back to the lab right away. So she grabs him by his ear and he's like, oh jeez, don't. It's like, weird. And Roger's like, this must be the government doing, now that they're trying to take the Institute by force. And so this is scenario 23, Challenge of the 100 Demons. The Challenge of the Hyaki. Isn't Apollo a dog in Aquarian Evil? Yes. In Aquarian Evil, it turns out Apollo was actually a dog all along. So here's Genki. He's like, wow, go get him. But Michiru, so Genki here is saying, wow, Michiru, he's out in the Lady Command. And there she is in her Lady Command, which is a little plane. And she spotted a large government force near the lab, and that means an attack is coming up. Saotome sees that Roger's warning, they're trying to take it by force, was right. And Genki's mad as hell. And here's Mr. Genfudo. And he says in that case we will stand our ground firmly to stop them from taking it. But Jerome from Diva isn't that certain, and he thinks this would be an act of defiance against the government. And then Sophia says, well, having Diva personnel in here is already a violation of martial law. And Jerome says, well, that's because Fudo wanted the elements to come here for some special training. It's nothing to do with me. And then Fudo says, no going back. Let us begin the purge of the darkness that's nestled within this nation. And then Chloe says, oh, government mobile suit's approaching. Yeah, it's a little plane. Can't even combine with any other planes. And this is Kurt. And it says, Saotome, we get transmission from one of the units. Put it on. It's the one-eyed man. And he's like, Saotome, you refuse to cooperate despite our requests. You're full of shit. And he's like, I've dedicated my life to researching Get Arrays. I'm not allowed it to be used by someone else's ambitions. And the man's like, but what do you mean? He's like, don't play dumb with me. I know you're strengthening your forces like this so you can wage war against the rest of the world. And I won't let Get Arrays be used for that. He's like, oh, I wanted to get in without any violence, but no way around it. So he gives the troops the order to attack. Here's Aquarian Luna, and Reika's the head. And Apollo's like, Reika, switch with me! I'll take them out all in one go. And Fudo says, nope. And Sirius is like, why? Reika's mind's still unstable ever since the Harvest Beast attack. And she can't possibly fight. And Fudo says, he says, are you that naive? Do you think you can keep Reika away from battle like this? And then Sylvia says, there's nothing we can do. Like, she's just having problems. And Fudo is like, which one is it, Reika? You can't fight, or you won't fight? He's like, yeah. And then Tsugumi offers some support and says that Reika helped her discover her own courage, so she's sure she'll be able to get through this. And Pierre is like, you could do it, Reika, give it a go. And if things go south, we'll give you a hand. And Jun wonders if it's alright for Aquarium to fight against humans. And Fudo says, no choice. And then Reina says that these people aren't humans anymore. And then Sylvia's like, what the fuck does that mean, Reina? And she's like, all will become clear soon enough. But Apollo's like, alright, enough, let's get going. I'll never be able to face the Getter team if the lab got stolen while we were on guard. And then Michiru is like, Aquarian, I'll also help. Let's all do our best until Ryoma and the others come back. Like, she calls him Rio. And Shiotomo's like, right, close the lab's dome. We need to protect against the enemy barrage. Cosplay is the essence of combat. Bonk. And Reika's not looking good, but she tells Sirius that she's fine and she's willing to do this as a way to make up for what happened to Glenn, because he's been in a coma ever since the Harvest Beast accident. And so, here we are. And we need to clear the map by the end of turn 7. There's going to be more. And so here's Aquarian Luna with Reika in front. Aquarian can normally switch between different forms, but it's locked to her right now. And you swap between like 9 different pilots that you can switch between? But it can only use its most powerful attack with 3 of them, and they're the best 3 as well. So, you know. But it does have, like, each one does have unique attacks depending on who's in the thing. And they do all have different spells. But, yeah, so squad leader bonus is 20% attack power when she support attacks, but she doesn't have support attacks, so, you know. Got to stand next to somebody else. And her voice actor is Catherine in Macross Frontier. And we can't switch. And yeah, and she starts at 60 morale. Yeah, and Evol, you just pick the attacks and it swaps between whoever's needed to do it. And here's Michiru, and her squad leader bonus is plus 50% hit point and energy recovery. And she's Maria and Gendizer as well, and she's the quintessential, archetypal, original support girl, other than Sayaka. It's pretty good. She can fly, she can restore your energy, she knows accelerate, she's got jamming, so missiles just fuck up, but she doesn't do any damage, and her robot is a plane, so it doesn't do any damage. But it's fast, and but if you get shot, it dies. And so to get this shit show, look at this fucking map though. It's good. Let's land to take advantage of the dirt, I believe. The trees. No, we can't quite go as far as I need to go. But I will use up all of Apollo's juice to hoot and holler and get her up to 70 will at least. Because having no will is bad. Wow. You ain't missed nothing, Thorgilmir. You ain't missed nothing. This thing that Muna's just linked to me. It's really fucking good. In Suda 51's game, The Silver Case, there's a question someone asked you, what sort of being was Harrison Ford's character in the movie Blade Runner? Was he a replicant, human or robot? That's fucking good to me. That's fucking good! Howdy random encounter. We're in Japan, it sucks. Reika from Aquarium's having a bad time, but here's Michiru, Professor Satomi's daughter, she's good. So she's like, we'll keep this place safe while Ryo, Hayato and Benkei are away. The Satomi Institute embodies my father's dream. I won't let anybody take it. And Roger has been negotiating for the Japanese government to take Satomi Labs, but he ain't giving it away. He's not letting the government, who are being bad boys, have the power of Geta Rays. The SR point is clear the stage within 7 turns, which ain't gonna be easy because it ain't just this. Okay, now I'm gonna put her in the ground. Stay strong, Reika. One may lose sight of even the light if she faces away from it. But if I fight, I'll bring misfortune to all of you. Aye. Reika, each of the aquarium pilots has a gimmick. Like, Pierre has pyrokinesis, and he's Brazilian, so he does football and makes a football out of fire and kicks it. Yun, I think it's Yun or Sugumi can see something's weakness. They can just look at it and see everything about it, which also means people, so they can see them naked. And no, you don't like that. But Reika's is that she's cursed and she brings misfortune to everybody. So she sucks until she gets over it at this stage, hopefully. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. I actually really want these jokers to not attack Machiro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, I really just don't want him to fight Michiro. Cause she's... What's up with that bot's legs? 3 planes jammed together. And it flips around, so different... Like, what might be one robot's legs will be another one's arms. Yosh! Robo. Let's have a look. Yeah, like these become the legs of one of the other forms, and I'm pretty sure these are the arms of Solar Aquarian. Aquarian's fault's good as hell. It's good to ask questions about, and then you're like, okay, but and then you have to ask more and more questions. Okay, use your bow. Use your bow. Goddamn high Zax, which are just Zaku's with the Mark II's backpack.
したことねえやつだな。
その油断が命取りになることもあるわ。警戒を怠らないで。食らいなさい。三位一体。
God, it's a friggin' bow. Yeah, if she crits, she one-shots him. The plot for Aquarian isn't so much weird as just go, alright, but what about this then? Have you seen Not Another Teen Movie? If you've seen Not Another Teen Movie, I can very easily explain the plot to you. The Robo. You got old Sugita. It's serious. I mean, for all Aquarian's weirdness, Genfudo never buries anybody alive. Like Zenfudo does. Kids, I know you're all sad that that boy died. So, come with me. Go to the graveyard. Alright, we're in a graveyard, pretty spooky. Here's shovels. What do you want us to do? Dig a hole, alright? So they all dig a hole each. Now get in. What? Right, get in. And then bury yourselves. And everybody else is like, so, are you sure that's gonna help, Mr. Fudo? And he's like, of course. They can become closer to death if they bury themselves alive in a graveyard. Yeah, Sirius has got a huge stick up his butt and cannot have fun if he fucking tried. Aquarium's really good because there's only 2 people who know what's going on, and one of them speaks pretty much only in riddles. Like, instead of going, you guys need to work together to fight the enemy, he's like, you may snap 1 arrow, but 3 arrows tied together, unbreakable. Until later on when he's like, even 3 arrows together can be broken. Da robo. Now, this sucks. So I really wanted to get... I'm gonna do the load, and I'm just gonna not have old Turdy Pants go anywhere near him. Mature will just fly away. The game look a bit dark today. I haven't changed any settings, so it shouldn't. Like, everything should be exactly the same. I have not touched a single setting. Like, Rio, Hayato, Benkei will do it. I don't think a cable can slip. But I'll have to... You can hardly see anything on that. Well... That definitely isn't any problem on my end, because I can see everything just fine on the map. Like, I'm looking at, like, everything. Like, I'm looking at both my monitors, they're both, like... exactly the same. Oh, right. I should have accelerated as well with the old Sirius boy. There to lure those boys over. There we go, much better, so you'll even get an attack on these guys. Right, the only way I can think that the brightness problem is my end is if somehow both my monitors have had all their brightness completely maxed and it only affects that and nothing else. Or Twitch is fucking up somehow and sending you a really dark video. Is Mr. Serious forced by a 10-year-old boy? Which one's Mr. Serious? This one's Reika, who's a lady. This one's Mr. Serious, and his name is even Sirius, the Dog Star, which is ironic considering Apollo. Fudo is a little sangria, I guess. Let's nail that. Yeah, it's a lady. That's not even, like, even close to being difficult to tell that that's a lady. Even at, like, 1 second after she speaks. I don't want to stand there, though, because then she actually can't fucking shoot anything. I mean, sometimes I'll allow for confusion, but this one, I think you're on your own on that one. We don't even have... I don't think we've even got any anime girly boys. I think Karis is the only one. Don't draw teeth around the edges of the faceplate on the Sea People's helmet. Because that's actually in Seed in one thing. Yeah, we got Lauren, but like Lauren is even actually voiced by a woman. But even then, Lauren's not a girly boy. Lauren literally wears a dress and people think he's a woman, and he's voiced by a woman, and he's not a girly boy. Fucked up. Oh, I don't think I'd go that far. That seems a little strong. Just the regular beam. Nailed it. She's getting there, she's getting there. This is the end. Lunatic Archery. Because she's in the Aquarian Luna, the counterpart to the Solar Aquarian, and so on. Nice counter. Okay, we're gonna be like one attack behind.